Okay, so we are in 2025. I'm just giving one moment. All right, folks, it's 2025. I've not been streaming for a good while, so I've been busy with other stuff. So I thought I'd kick off the year with a stream that I wanted to explore and see how that goes. So let us see. So the thing that I wanted to talk about today was Lua, right? So I've been using Lua a lot with NeoVim. So as you all know, I'm a huge fan of NeoVim. So I'm going to use Lua, the language, and figure out how to use this with, our own programs. So, so I want to talk a little bit about, why Lua, right? So it's Lua is, as you know, the word for moon in Portuguese. So it's kind of meant to be a satellite language to a core language like C++ or Rust. There's a ton of software that's written in Lua. I think the first time I wrote Lua was when I was working with OpenRusty. So OpenRusty is an Nginx fork that allows you to kind of script with Lua. So this is a pretty cool web server. You can write your Nginx modules, and you can have custom scripts in Lua. So you can do like edge, kind of like traffic management. If you want to do some edge logic, you can do that with Lua. Redis supports Lua as well. So Redis, you can script your language with Lua. So you have your entire API that you can do. Like for example, here this is just a function that returns it. You can get your keys and so on and so forth. So you can do a bunch of things with Lua inside Redis. And Lua is there in a lot of languages. I mean, there are languages like, for example, Roblox. Roblox has Lua as well as a part of this. So yeah, and Roblox has a great Lua learning section. So if you wanna, it's more kind of like aligned with their Rojo ADI, Rojo kind of like IDE, where you can build Roblox game in those. But this is a very fun language to learn. Now, the fun thing about Lua is that it is sort of like one-based indexing. So, like for example, so let's look at let's look at if you can get the Lua playground, because you can always do this. Yeah, so there's the Lua playground here. So let's look at some of the details of Lua, and then we can go from there. So this is running via WASM, so that's pretty cool. So let's run this. Let's see what happens. So there's a function, there's this, and it returns the name. Now, if you see here, this is the concatenation operation in Lua. So you don't do a plus, you do a double dot to concatenate. And we're just going to go through a bunch of these things and see how that's going here. So let's see. So in Lua, you can do A equals, you can do a local, A equals 1, and you can say local B equals 41 plus 1, and to the life, universe, everything is B, right? And that's going to return 42. What's also cool is that Lua has one data type for both associative arrays and this thing. So you could do 1, 2, 3, 42, and you could say the answer. So this is basically called a table in Lua, and this is basically all of this. So you could say TBL of 4. Yes, it's not 3, it is 4, because it's 1, 2, 3, 4, and the answer. So and so this is one of the things about Lua that kind of irks many people, that it has one based indexing and not zero based indexing. So again, I think we shouldn't think of them as like index and an offset, but more like, oh, I'm just getting the fourth item. My first language that I worked with when I was a kid was actually Basic, which also had one based indexing. So it is not that weird for languages to have one based indexing. And there's also that, okay, there are programming languages and toys have one based indexing. So we used to joke about it when I was learning C++ and I was using Basic this with my friends. So but all in all, it's not bad. So it also has associative arrays in the same this thing. So it's the same sort of thing. Equals 2, 3, and then you can say 42. So you could do 4th here, and this would run as well. So hey, I think we messed up a bracket somewhere. Let's see here. Let's break this line down just to make sure where we're messing this up. Let's see. Line 2. Main.Lua expected close near equal to. Why is this a problem? I'm doing something silly. I know. 5 minutes into the stream, I'm already doing this. So let's look at the Lua docs. So you basically do create an empty table, blah, blah, blah. You can also do a bunch of values in the table. This is an associated array. Okay, let's see. Maybe that's not very helpful. Can you not index it? I thought you could, because that's how I do it in NeoVim. I just set those values in here. Sure. Oh, you can't. Can you? That is weird. All right, let's do that. But I always thought you could kind of like inline declarations into arrays. That is weird. Again, yeah, table constructors. Let's look at that. Oh yeah, you could do this. So okay, let's do this. That is weird. My Brave crashed. Playground. Let's do that again. Table. All right, this sort of works. So So I think table. Yeah, this kind of works. So the table is basically like an array like this, and so this works. I think you could do this too, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, you could do this too. So it's a bit like JavaScript, where you could do this both. All right, so enough of playing around with Lua. So what I wanted to focus on was basically this crate called mlua. So mlua is a high-level crate that lets you use Lua, and it also supports Roblox's Lua